Not seeing any. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Next in person, I think I have Kelsey Lyseng. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly.
Hi.
Whenever you're ready, and you can see the clock. Yeah, good.
Okay. Hello, Commission. I see Warren Driechel is not here today. That's disappointing to me, but I will address him as if he is here because I believe this conversation is important to have between public and police. My name is Kelsey Lyseng. I'm an Edmonton citizen, and I am concerned about Warren Driechel's recent trip to Israel. Many who have spoken out or emailed about this trip have been denied the right to speak today or ignored. There is a serious concern that this monthly meeting is more of a facade or an attempt at appeasement rather than a real engagement with the public. There's a risk that my words today might go unanswered. However, I suggest you start answering because we're not going to forget this. On November 5th, 2025, Warren, you wrote, "Policing isn't just about enforcing laws. It's about understanding the heartbeat of the city, listening to its people. For me, this is personal." Yet on March 17, 2026, you stated that you feel challenged by the implication that any community should have the right to direct where you learn. This is confusing to me because the people upset by your trip to Israel are the exact community you previously pledged to serve, Edmontonians from all walks of life. Because it's not just Arabs that are upset by this, it's people of all ethnicities. It's not just Muslims, it's people of all religions, yes, including Jews. In fact, I can't think of a single demographic that isn't appalled by this trip. This is not a race or religious or even political issue. This is a human rights issue, and you guys know that. As a public servant, you guys answer to us. If public accountability doesn't align with your service, then Warren Driechel's pledge in November was a lie. Following this statement and your refusal to apologize, Warren, you finally gave more details of what you learned in Israel in your interviews with City TV and CBC. You stated the only thing you'll take from the trip was the connection and engagement to community peace, specifically referencing how Israeli police connect to their Muslim and Arab community. Let me read what Israeli Police Commissioner Yaakov Shabtai said on October 17, 2023, and I'll give this to the Commission as well. This was posted on their Arabic TikTok account in response to Palestine protests. There will be no approvals for protests. I also gave instructions to attack everyone who is caught, meaning financial attacks. Anyone like that, we will use all government ministries against them, just as we use them against criminals. Anyone who wants to identify with Gaza is welcome. I will put them on buses now that are headed there, and I will help them get to Gaza. What part of denying Arabs freedom of speech, discriminatory policing, or threatening mass expulsions fits into EPS? And this is not a singular one-off incident. This is a systemic problem within Israeli policing. Here is an article from Amnesty International Human Rights outlining Israeli police targeted Palestinians with discriminatory arrest, torture, and unlawful force. Furthermore, the Israeli police run under National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir.
I'm gonna jump in here again. I mean, not to question the validity of your points, but we have no jurisdiction over what's happening in Israel.
Of course, no, but you do have jurisdiction over who EPS learns from. That is part of what you do. Can I finish, and do I get my full time? Furthermore, the Israeli police run under National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir, a man convicted of supporting a terrorist organization and inciting racism. He has ordered mass arrests of Palestinians while halting enforcement against Israeli illegal settlers. In March, he got a law passed mandating—
Can I call a point of order, please?
There is absolutely no evidence that any of those meetings happened with the people you're speaking to. And we are not questioning that there is a debate here that can happen outside this room. But it does not speak to decisions of how policing happens in this city. And it's a debate for another place. Yeah, thank you.
How does collaborating with this type of framework align with EPS's core values of integrity, accountability, respect, courage, and community? Is this how Edmonton Police want to connect to community? Warren, I think you meant what you said in November, that this is personal to you, that you take this job seriously and your community's trust seriously, that you're committed to leaving a legacy of honor. And if you meant what you said, you would apologize. You would admit this choice wasn't in the best interest of your people, admit that collaborating with a police force that works under the framework of apartheid and under the leadership of this person who cannot be named was a terrible thing to do. Admitting mistakes suck, but that's the only way to regain trust and truly begin to connect to your community. And finally, to the Commission, Ben, I urge you to adopt the amendment to EPC Policy 2.3.2 submitted by Yusuf Diab to ensure this never happens again. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for agreeing to abide by our terms.